cosmic wanderers. Hope you are completely fine and healthy in this era of pandemic. This is your very personal host Shruti Singh, here to talk about the sun and its 8 planets, of course. We are also going to know about some of the hidden facts about the solar system and the Earth itself, and we'll also talk about the planet X, which is not yet that much discussed upon. So let's get going. So one of the most basic things about our solar system is the order of the 8 planets, which goes like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and the last one is Neptune. Till 2005, Pluto was also the part of our solar system, but now it is not counted in the planets. Instead, it is a dwarf planet now. Why is it? We'll discuss it in the end of the video. So our planetary system is found in the outer belt or the outer region of our Milky Way galaxy. It is covered by a belt called as Kuiper belt. Some people also pronounce that as Kuiper belt. It is a proper noun, it just depends on you. So the Kuiper belt is composed of millions of icy particles. There are many asteroid belts in our solar system, but the main asteroid belt runs between Mars and Jupiter, which is around 179.5 million kilometers away from us. So for the next 10 billion years, we don't have any threat of dying because of an asteroid attack, unlike dinosaurs. Well, when I was a kid and studied about the solar system back in grade 1, the first question which struck my mind was, why isn't it so that some random celestial body crosses the sun and goes straight? What is so special about these 8 rocks revolving around it in elliptical orbits? Well, I'm here to answer that. It is due to the gravity of sun, which changes the path of these 8 planets and turns it into elliptical orbits, as a result of which these 8 planets revolve around it in elliptical orbits. So why isn't it so that these 8 planets just go into the sun and then after that what is left is just ash? There is a reason. You might be familiar with Newton's law of gravitation. Earth also exists a force of gravity on sun, while sun also does it. So sun is of larger size, so it can exert a greater force. But positive and negative gravity are cancelled out by each other, as a result of which these 8 planets successfully revolve around the sun in elliptical orbits. So gravity is the major reason for our existence, and here I'm talking to you because of gravity. So let us start our discussion on planets with Earth. Of course, it is giving us being since billions of years, so let us give it some respect. So when did we discover Earth? Well, this question might be sounding ridiculous because it was Earth that gave us life and not we as humans who gave it. But listen to this. We discovered Earth back in 1969. Yeah, it's not been a long time. How? We discovered Earth when we went to explore the moon in space. We saw the Earth in the way the universe wants it to look like. It was not color-coded or divided by any means. It was just the blue planet surrounded by clouds, and the motion of water could be seen. It was a living planet. Earth is the only planet in the entire universe which is visible to us, in the entire 5% of the universe we know, which has a biosphere and the luxury of an ozone layer. Other planets also have ozone layer, but not in our solar system particularly, but they don't have it that thick or that thin that it can support life. Earth is the only planet or exoplanet which can harbor life. No other planet can sustain life on its surfaces, but mistfully, this property of Earth is not respected. Now, let us follow the sequence and talk about Mercury. Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun. Because of its nearness, it is the planet which has the maximum temperature fluctuations. It is the planet with the thinnest atmosphere in the entire solar system. 4 billion years ago, when an asteroid struck the surface of Mercury, it sustained it. This means that it is a hard planet and harder than Mars, that it sustained the influence of an asteroid. Coming to Venus, well, it is the most horrifying planet in our solar system. So if someday the concept of planetary tour comes into play, don't choose Venus. This is my personal advice to you. 4 billion years ago, or more than that, during the creation of our solar system, it is said that Earth and Venus were twins. They were look-alike. In fact, it is said that life might have existed on Venus. Then what happened? Well, the villain of our solar system, an asteroid struck the surface of Venus and everything got disrupted. Today, it has the thickest atmosphere in our solar system, which is difficult to penetrate through. If you send a rover to Venus, it wouldn't survive there. And if it could, only maximum, it would only survive for 9 seconds on entering its atmosphere. 1 day on Venus is equal to 243 Earth days, which is a really very long time. Now let us drop the nail of our discussion on Mars. It is said that billions of years ago, life existed on Mars. In fact, the reason for life on Earth is Mars. Billions or trillions of years ago, an asteroid struck the northern hemisphere of Mars. The northern hemisphere broke into pieces, and one of those rocks entered into the surface of the Earth. There were many rocks, so they might have went to different planets, but the atmosphere of different planets was not sustainable to life, but that of Earth was. So life started on the surface of the Earth. This is the reason why the northern hemisphere of Mars is still deformed and not in proper shape. Well, this is still a hypothetical statement, but it can be true, and it can be the reason for our being here and me talking to you. So in today's date, there is a whole army of robots on Mars which is sent by us. We the humans send them there. The recent one is Perseverance. Jupiter. It is the third brightest thing in the night sky. It is a ball of gas and lacks any rigid surface. It is mainly composed of 90% of hydrogen and 8% of helium. If it was 5 times bigger, it would have been a star. So if you've seen a picture of Jupiter, you might have noticed a red spot in the southern hemisphere of the planet. It is a storm which has been there since 17th century. Initially, we thought that the size of the storm will go on decreasing as time passes by, but ironically, the size of the red spot is increasing every year. Coming to Saturn. Well, 9 Earths will make 1 Saturn. If we leave Saturn on water, it will float on it. Water is denser than Saturn. But the contrary statement which comes into play, won't the gravity of Saturn attract water towards it? What do you think about it? It is a planet which has got beautiful rings, which increases the beauty of the planet and makes it look magnificent. Saturn has got a moon which is called Titan. What is so special about that moon that we are here talking about it? It is the only natural satellite in our solar system which has got a dense atmosphere. So life might exist on a natural satellite of any planet in the entire solar system, and it might exist on Titan. Coming to Uranus. Uranus is the first planet perceived by human eye. It is the coldest planet in our solar system and one of the least dense planet. After the least density of Saturn, it is the least dense planet in our solar system. It has got 27 moons and magnificent rings around it. Only one spacecraft called Voyager 2 has visited Uranus till date. Neptune. It is our solar system's windiest planet and the last planet, of course. It completes one revolution in 165 Earth days and one rotation in 16 hours. It is also photographed only by Voyager 2. So what are the conditions for a celestial body to be counted as a planet? First, it has got its own orbit around which it revolutes the sun. It has got clear path around it. It has got sufficient mass. Then why was Pluto declined as a planet? Because it did not satisfy the second property. So Planet X is the planet which is found beyond Pluto. So when life ends on the Earth, it is said that life might start on Planet X. So the book recommendation for the day is Brief Answers to the Big Questions by Sir Stephen Hawking. It has got 10 questions which you want an answer to. Check it out through the link in the description. So this was all about our solar system. If you've got any particular topics on which you want me to make a video upon, drop it down in the comment section below. Hope you have a nice day ahead. Thanks for watching.